So Adam Schefter said outside of the Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles have been the second best organization in the NFL for the last 6 years. And guess what? He is absolutely right. Take your bias, throw it to the side, take your hatred and just kind of like pamper it down for a little bit and really think about that. Like, can you honestly name a team over the last 6+ years that has had better success than the Eagles, obviously leaving the Chiefs out of the conversation? My name's Stephen Conrad Jr. Obviously, this may be your first time really kind of tuning into our video content here at the Liberty Line. Super long story short, the Liberty Line is a Philadelphia sports blog site that started in 2020 during the pandemic when all sports were shut down. Not able to do it full time just yet, but that's our plan. We want to provide the best fans in the world, the best content possible. Since that time, we've grown drastically on all of our social media platforms. We have a website. All of that has turned into, well, we partnered with fans of Philly over the last few years who have paid for our flights, our hotels, and our game tickets to several Eagles away games every single year. You can find some of that video content here on our YouTube channel. Won the Super Bowl in 2017 with a backup quarterback against Tom Brady and the Patriots. Kind of went through some ups and downs after that. Got back to the Super Bowl with a whole new regime and quarterback. Lost to the Chiefs the last few minutes of the game, last minute of the game, came down to the wire. Got back to the Super Bowl 2 years later and absolutely shit pumped the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They have a loaded roster even after losing a few free agents this offseason. Still have one of the most talented rosters in the NFL, if not the most talented roster, for being honest. That's the thing. Everybody's talking about oh, the Eagles, they're gonna have a fall off season. They lost a bunch of key players. Okay? They still have a top 5 quarterback in the NFL in Jalen Hurts, maybe even top 3 at this point. Let's just be honest. The guy just finds a way to play his best football at the end of the season. I mean, just look at his 2 Super Bowl performances. Look at what he did in the NFC Championship game. Need I say more? Is there any quarterback in the NFL right now who elevates their game more in the playoffs when it matters most than Jalen Hurts? Still have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. They have the best wide receiver tandem in the NFL, arguably. They have the best running back in the NFL, and Saquon Barkley behind that offensive line. Have Vic Fangio, one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL, and a defensive coordinator who obviously had a very talented defense, a young defense, keep in mind. Obviously some veterans. But just had the absolute perfect A++ game plan on stopping Patrick Mahomes. Didn't even blitz and made Mahomes look like a high school quarterback. They got 2 corners that are coming into their sophomore seasons who both look like they're going to be all pros, best at their position. Quinyon Mitchell on the outside, Cooper DeJean in the slot, who can really just be moved around all over the place. Jalen Carter, who may just be the best defensive tackle in football. Oh yeah, and their GM, Howie Roseman, yeah, he has 20+ draft picks over the next few years. Are they going to use all those draft picks? Probably not. They're going to be used in trades to move up, move back, maybe acquire a veteran player that becomes available, a Pro Bowl player that becomes available. Everybody's overreacting to this Eagles offseason so far, and the draft hasn't even happened yet. Most of the Eagles' noise last offseason that put that Super Bowl roster together was done in the draft. Obviously, Zach Bond was an absolute home run, well, really a grand slam signing. The contract they had him to, and then the player he ended up being in their system. But who's to say some of the guys they've signed this offseason couldn't, I'm not going to say have a Zach Bond season, but who's to say they can't come in here and play their best football? That's all I'm saying. So I'm very curious to see what everybody thinks in the comments down below, which franchises can even compare to the Eagles at this point. Some of our best work recently has been our merchandise. We do sell some t-shirts. Definitely check those out at the Liberty Line shop. That'll be linked below. We have awesome Super Bowl merch that you're not going to want to miss, that you can't find anywhere else. And obviously we got you covered for the Phillies this season. And fingers crossed, hopefully the Sixers win the draft lottery, get the #1 pick, draft Cooper Flag. We'll have some Cooper Flag merch, or most likely they're going to get somebody else. Who knows, but we got you covered there. For the best Philly sports coverage, and if you're really just having a hard time keeping up to date with everything going on in Philly sports and really everything else, we've kind of branched off and covered other things. Definitely subscribe to our free newsletter. You'll get emails sent to you every single morning. keeping you up to date with everything. At the end of the day, we don't claim to be something we're not. We're all just Philly sports fans just like you guys. While we do take a lot of pride in our work, we don't claim to be journalists, reporters, any of that stuff. We're just fans at the end of the day, just like you guys. So, see you in the next one. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's hope the Phillies get back on track in this series against the Braves.